Good day and happy blessed Friday. I wanted to share something with you. So this morning I was brought to Exodus 23:8, and it says, Thou shalt not thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverted the words of the righteous. And it made me think about um, the ways in which people pay for corruption or give gifts depending on the need of a person, knowing that someone needs something, present them with a gift that comes with a cost, comes with something that they cannot afford. Um, and the cost usually, when it says, the scripture says, the gift blindeth the wise, that is taking away someone's ability to see or determine right from wrong. And then the question is, what's the cost? And the cost can typically be your life, death, really. And so we don't ask questions when people say they're giving gifts, right? But in order to determine what someone's intentions are and or what their expectations are, you must put yourself in a position of asking more questions, being more explorative to understand what the cost is. And a rule of thumb I had when I was talking to my son about being in relationship with people, whether the gift be a person's time, whether it be some kind of material thing, um, if you're going to put yourself in positions of gifting something to someone or giving something to someone, then let it be a place of just from your heart, a pure place, not a place of having an expectation in return. For example, if you give someone a gift and you wrap it up and you spent time looking for it and you felt like you knew this person well enough and they would just absolutely love it, and so you purchase it and then you gift it to them, have no expectations that in return they will do the same for you. That is not the reason you're gifting it. You're gifting it because, or should be, you should be gifting it because you realize this person, you care for this person and you wanted them to have it. And there's no attachment to it, right? I can't give you something and then sit back and say, oh, is this person gonna gift me something or give me something? Because then it's not coming from a pure, genuine place. And so often people don't, not only don't ask enough questions, they have these underlying expectations that someone will do something in return. And it reminds me of two things. One, I used to be in this long-term relationship with this man who was the property management over a really big property. And he would be in meetings with board of directors, and some people would come onto the property, and some of the spaces were rented, but some of them were purchased with just outright cash. And he was very careful about how he moved. And one of his rule of thumbs were not accepting gifts and not accepting money, because that could and was typically used as a down payment for something, right? Like, let me put a down payment on swaying your judgment. That if I put you in a position where something might be wrong, that money is a down payment for it to become right. And he just wouldn't accept it. And back then, I would hear the stories he would share with me at the end of the day, and I understood it, but even more so now. Another in another thing that stands out for me is growing up, I would listen to my mom and my aunt, and they would say not to take gifts from guys. And I get it, because what essentially was he putting a down payment on and or his expectations of the gifts he was giving. And oftentimes it's funny, people, when they go into places and they want to rent something or purchase something, they ask a lot of questions. But the gift giving process, most don't ask questions. They just blindly receive things and don't explore or question or wonder. And you have to ask yourself, what is the cost? And most often, the cost might be something that you cannot afford. So be wise about what it is you are willing to freely receive, particularly if it blinds your ability to determine right from wrong. It was just a thought I had, and I wanted to share. Thank you for listening. Happy blessed Friday. Please take care of yourselves.